Hello, my name is Emma Laham. I will be discussing the threats that Fidelity face, which are market uncertainty and volatility, investor redemption, inflation, and the nature of competition. First of all, one of the threats that any mutual fund face are the volatility and uncertainty of the market. For example, they are faced with fluctuations in the stock market and changes in the interest rate. Also, the fear of the market can drive investors and people to pull their money out of these funds. They are also faced with the threat of inflation. In case of an inflation, the nominal value of the investor's money will decrease, it will be worth less, and it could drive people to pull their money out of these funds and invest elsewhere in more attractive opportunities. This brings us to investors' redemption, and since at Fidelity, clients can mostly pull out their money at any time. Managers are always under pressure. This leads to the nature of competition, and Fidelity is faced with a number of competitions, mostly for the main part, Schwab, and also with retail mutual funds such as retail commercial banking. Investors can also pull their money out at any time and invest instead in their bank where they already have established accounts such as savings or checking accounts in banks such as Bank of America, Wachovia, or Citibank, which they are more familiar with. And now I will pass it on to Norelis with the opportunities.
Thank you, Emma. Hello, my name is Norelis Castrillo, and I will be discussing today the opportunity part of the SWOT analysis. Although it's hard to believe, our economy is on the road to recovery. There are several indicators that show this. The first one, U.S. leading economic indicators have become less negative, signifying a slower pace of economic decline. This provides hope that the worst of the recession may be in the past. In the past, leading indicators have been helpful in identifying turns in the economic cycle. While most leading indicators turned dramatically negative in late 2008, there were two that have been in positive territory for some time now. Those were the money supply and the yield curve. This increase has provided a boost to financial activity. However, these positive factors have been overwhelmed by the credit crisis. So while it has helped to stabilize the financial system from its crisis level several months ago, they have yet to spur a broad-based economic recovery. The most significant trend so far in the spring of 2009 is that the pace of decline has moderated from a handful of leading indicators that were severely negative in late 2008 and early 2009. In some cases, these indicators point to stabilization. In other cases, they simply show that the rapid decline in the economy has moderated. Taken together, however, they have provided hope that the economy may stabilize earlier than expected. Another thing is that the U.S. economy contracted less than initially estimated in the first quarter. While corporate profits rebounded according to a government report that hinted that the recession was moderating. While the drop in economic activity was still steep, recent data has indicated that the rate of the slowdown was easing and growth could resume by year-end. Some of the causes of this slowdown were that the housing report this week raised hope that the sector at the heart of the 17-month-old recession was stabilizing. Also, consumer spending, which accounts for over two-thirds of U.S. activity, rose 1.5%. The Federal Reserve officials believe that a recent rise in U.S. Treasury bond yields could mean the economy is recovering and the risk of a financial disaster is receding. The Fed is looking to keep borrowing costs low in the hope that cheap mortgages, in particular, will spur the still weak economy. With all of these signs that the economy freefall may be slowing, Fidelity's April earnings were far above March. Other firms such as Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, and Citigroup also reported increases beyond their expectations. In addition, moving on to job opportunities in Fidelity. Fidelity offers internships, co-ops, and full-time job opportunities to students. Unfortunately, Fidelity's only location in Florida is in Jacksonville. FIU Career Services currently does not have a partnership with Fidelity. and Fidelity also does not hold recruiting events at FIU. On behalf of Group 10, I would like to thank you for viewing our presentation on Fidelity Investment.